Okay, I just want to do one quick video on something like the sum formula for tan, which of course would be just the sum formula for sine over the sum formula for cosine, and look at some different ways of representing that. First of all, I'm going to test my ability to remember sine and cosine. Honestly, the best way for me to remember that is I typically base my, and you don't have to memorize them because I'm going to give them to you for the formula sheet, but I base my remembrance of which one it is on the double angle formula. But there's a trick here with like the fact that these are different and this is the same as this. If I switch the minus here, then I get a minus here. So with sine, this sign is the same. With cosine, it's the opposite. So if this is plus, then this one's minus. And these are the same. I use cosine, cosine, and then sine, sine. So I don't know if that helps or not. Let me just double check to make sure I didn't write down anything incorrectly. That would be very sad. Yeah, looks good. Okay, great. So from here, I mean, this is quite messy. So I would probably want to do this in terms of tans and tan alphas and tan beta. So what I'll do is I'll just divide through by sine alpha, sine beta, and see what happens. So I'm going to divide the top and the bottom by sine alpha, sine beta. I could also divide by cosine alpha, cosine beta, and we can kind of see where things go. In fact, if I'm going to end up, well, we'll just see where this ends up. Okay, so sine alpha, cosine beta over sine alpha, sine beta plus cosine alpha, sine beta divided by sine alpha, sine beta. That's the top. And then over cosine alpha, cosine beta divided by sine alpha, sine beta minus sine alpha, sine beta divided by sine alpha, sine beta. Okay, so this is 1 down here in the corner. This guy is cotangent alpha, cotangent beta. And this one simplifies to cotangent beta plus cotangent alpha. Okay, well, I managed to turn this thing into pure cotangents. So let's do the opposite and let's divide not by sine, sine, but let's divide by cosine, cosine, and I think we'll end up with a bunch of tangents. So we're going to divide by cosine alpha, cosine beta, top and bottom. So again, I got sine alpha, cosine beta divided by cosine alpha, cosine beta plus cosine alpha, sine beta divided by cosine alpha, cosine beta. See some tangents emerging there. Cosine alpha, cosine beta divided by cosine alpha, cosine beta. That's going to be 1 minus sine alpha, sine beta divided by cosine alpha, cosine beta. So simplifies down to, let's cross some things out. This is going to be tan alpha plus tan beta divided by 1 minus tan alpha, tan beta. Cool. So there's a lot of different versions of this that you could end up with. And we could do the same thing for tan alpha minus beta, but I mean, you get the idea. You can kind of derive lots and lots of different versions of things. Okay. So next up is looking at double angle and half angle. So that's going to be fun.